you're like most people, your 401k and other retirement accounts have already recovered somewhat from the financial crisis and its aftermath. Indeed, figures from the Employee Benefit Research Institute show that 401k balances for most age groups are actually above where they were before the 2008 market crash, the result not just of the market's recovery, but new contributions as well. That said, though, you're probably still not where you would have been had the financial crisis and market crash not occurred. So, how can you get your retirement planning mojo back and make sure you still have a reasonable shot at a secure retirement? Here are 4 suggestions. First, bump up your savings. Yes, I know that saving more may seem like the least attractive option for regaining lost ground. But the truth is, it's the most effective, since you have much more control over how much you save than the rate of return you earn on your investments. So do whatever you can to ramp up your savings rate, whether it's contributing more to your 401k, throwing extra money into an IRA, or even investing more in regular taxable accounts. You may be surprised at how much even a small increase can help. A 45-year-old earning $75,000 a year with $100,000 already saved, who goes from saving 8% of salary to 12%, for example, can boost the eventual size of his or her nest egg by almost 25%. Of course, there's a limit on how much more you can save. If you've reached that ceiling and still fall short of the amount of money you'll need, working longer can greatly improve your retirement prospects. One reason is that simply letting your savings grow an extra few years before touching it can significantly boost the size of your nest egg. 2 more years in the workforce also reduces the number of years your savings must support you. Those 2 factors alone can meaningfully increase the odds of your savings lasting longer late into life. And if you can also manage to add to your savings pot during those extra working years, you'll increase your chances of a secure retirement even more. The third way to compensate for the hit your nest egg may have taken during the financial crisis and its aftermath is to delay taking Social Security benefits. Although you're eligible to begin receiving checks as early as age 62, as many people do, you can increase the size of your check by roughly 8% for each year you delay, sometimes more, although you get no additional benefit by waiting beyond age 70. Not only will that larger Social Security check allow you to withdraw less from your retirement accounts, but Social Security's annual inflation adjustments will be based on that higher initial amount, providing you with much fatter checks late in life than you would receive by collecting earlier. Finally, to make sure you're back on track, you want to review your investing strategy. Be careful though. You may be tempted to make a big change, invest more aggressively to make up for losses, or adopt a much more conservative stance in hopes of avoiding setbacks. But radical overhauls can backfire, leaving you overly vulnerable to future market declines if you go too gung-ho, or, conversely, limit your nest egg's growth potential if you wimp out. Ideally, you want to be sure you've got a mix of stocks, bonds, and cash that's appropriate given your risk tolerance and how close you are to retirement. To see how different asset mixes might perform, check out Morningstar's Asset Allocator tool. So if you're looking to put some momentum back into your retirement planning, consider one or more of these moves. I can't guarantee they'll get you to where you would have been absent the financial crisis, recession, and market crash, but they'll certainly get you moving in the right direction.